In the hallowed halls of the London Palladium, where theatre legends have been born and broken, a storm is brewing. What was once the most anticipated revival of the season has become a backstage battleground. The revival of Evita, helmed by acclaimed director Jaime Lloyd, was supposed to be Rachel Zegler's triumphant theatrical debut on the West End. Instead, it's making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Insiders whisper of diva behavior, production chaos, and a company teetering on collapse, all revolving around its leading lady. But is Rachel Zegler a misunderstood genius or a liability dragging down a multi-million-pound production? From the moment rehearsals began, sources say Zegler set the tone. With a strict 9 a.m. call time, the cast and crew would arrive on the dot, ready to dive into choreography and scene work. Except Rachel. She would reportedly glide in 15 to 20 minutes late, latte in hand, offering no explanation and greeting no one. Those present describe a routine that seemed more ritual than preparation, setting up a portable humidifier, unpacking a luxury jar of Manuka honey, and sipping from a crystal-infused water bottle she claims was charged under the moonlight. Her noise-canceling headphones stayed on until rehearsal began, or until she was ready to begin. The air around her felt curated, not just focused, but intentionally detached. Things came to a head during a critical blocking session for the show's iconic Act 1 closer. Jaime Lloyd, known for his minimalist and emotionally precise direction, began mapping out Eva's movement across the stage. According to multiple ensemble members, Zegler interrupted him mid-sentence to present her own vision. "She directs, we orbit," one dancer said. The rehearsal stopped cold. The room, stunned into silence, watched as Zegler laid out a series of movements she felt better captured Eva's raw energy. Lloyd attempted to rein things in, but Zegler reportedly brushed off his notes. That wasn't the only time she took control. During a full run-through of the show's opening week, she stopped mid-song, saying the room's creative frequency felt off, and walked off stage. No explanation, no return. When she eventually did return the next day, there was no acknowledgement of the disruption. What makes all this more confounding is the stark contrast with Zegler's public persona. On social media, she shares filtered black and white rehearsal shots, poetic captions about artistry, and the occasional behind-the-scenes selfie with ensemble members smiling, some of whom, sources say, are anything but. Her fans devour every update, framing her as a misunderstood, emotionally attuned artist. Within the company, reactions are more polarized. One production assistant said the nickname circulating backstage is waiting for Rachel. Another simply calls her the Eclipse, a nod to her ability to command attention while blocking out everything else. Perhaps the most contentious creative conflict came during staging for Don't Cry For Me Argentina. Lloyd's vision, Eva stands still, center stage, letting the stillness and lyricism do the work. Zegler's approach? A defiant stare, followed by dynamic gestures, cross-stage pacing, and what one observer called a full-on interpretive seance. When Lloyd pushed back, reportedly saying, "Stillness is strength," Zegler replied, "A blueprint is a suggestion. History is what we build in the moment." Another ensemble member quipped that if that were true, we're improvising a skyscraper with no blueprint. Some questioned whether Zegler was trying to embody Eva Perón or conjure her spirit. Behind closed doors, the production team is scrambling. Sources confirm a confidential meeting took place between Lloyd, producers, legal counsel, and union representation. At issue, whether Zegler's behavior constituted breach of conduct. Simultaneously, the financials are grim. Pre-sales are well below projections, and the show hasn't even entered previews. According to someone with knowledge of the budget, producers fear they're staring down two poison pills: fire the star and risk media backlash, or keep her and risk artistic implosion and financial failure. Internally, a third option, delay the show and rework it entirely, was briefly floated before being deemed financially suicidal. In the shadows of this crisis, contingency plans are already in motion. Within 48 hours of that closed-door meeting, casting directors reached out to agencies seeking mezzo-sopranos with a Latinx background, ages 20 to 35. Whispers of an emergency recast began to swirl, with names ranging from Olivier nominees to Netflix rising stars, and even Elena Roger, the Argentine powerhouse who once played Eva, to critical acclaim. One cast member claims to have seen a binder labeled Emergency Evis on a producer's desk. Another reported hearing the unmistakable sound of a private audition happening behind locked rehearsal doors, possibly a plan B in motion. Rachel, seemingly unbothered, continued her Instagram campaign. One post featured her silhouetted against a backlit rehearsal room, captioned, "Finding Ava's heartbeat in the stillness between notes." Cast members reportedly rolled their eyes. "Sis, you skipped half the song," one said. Another post, featuring a tear-streaked selfie and a caption about the cost of leading, garnered tens of thousands of likes, and an avalanche of mockery. The top comment, which has since gone viral: "Girl, the cost is over budget tech weeks." Her team reportedly encouraged her to take a temporary social media break, advice she promptly ignored. The cracks are starting to show. Ticket sales, once expected to soar on Zegler's name alone, are sluggish. Premium seats are being dynamically discounted. Insiders say marketing blame has shifted from delayed promo to delayed performance. Rival productions with less online buzz are nearing sold-out runs, while Evita's preview dates remain half-empty. Publicists are working overtime, shifting focus from Zegler to the production's larger vision and interviews, attempting to minimize the sense of chaos. Internally, the tone has shifted from concern to crisis mode. Wardrobe assistants report being told to limit costume repair budgets. The orchestra, sensing volatility, has begun offering reduced-rate rehearsals to account for unpredictability. Coffee runs now come with morale shots, a jokey name for double espressos meant to steal nerves ahead of what some call the Rachel hour. Lighting cues are quietly rewritten in pencil, not ink. Stage managers now carry two binders, the official one and the RZ mod version. Even the show's internal language has shifted. A Zegler adjustment now refers to any last-minute blocking change. A Rachel remix is what the cast calls her impromptu line readings and alternate emotional arcs. Lighting and sound engineers have started marking RZ in their cue sheets, a code for potential scene alternates. At least two ensemble members report being asked to memorize dual versions of several scenes, the one directed by Lloyd, and the one preferred by Zegler. Some joke they're working on two shows at once, unsure which one will debut. As the preview clock ticks down, insiders outline three possible futures. The first is the miracle. Rachel channels all her intensity into a transformative opening night that silences critics and justifies every headache. The second is the pivot, an emergency recast, spun as a bold artistic evolution. The third is the catastrophe. The show limps through previews, weighed down by tension, and collapses under its own weight before opening. There is a silent but growing hope for a fourth option, a graceful compromise. But time is running short. Beyond this production, the industry is watching. Directors across the West End are reportedly delaying final casting decisions on other shows until they see how Evita lands. Producers are reconsidering whether star power can outweigh professionalism. Some ask if what Zegler brings to the table is brilliance misread as volatility, or volatility dressed up as brilliance. Theaters known for traditionalist fare are quietly backing away from star-led projects, fearing similar instability. Is this a young artist pushing boundaries, or a cautionary tale in the making? As rehearsals limp forward and social media swells with speculation, one thing is clear: whether this story ends in ovation or obituary, it will define more than just a season. It may very well define a career. Zegler, for her part, remains silent in interviews, letting the drama unfold without comment. But the silence, much like the stillness she resists on stage, speaks volumes.